You're watching Your View.
Thank you for joining us. This is Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, Alex Padilla, and John Browner.
Great friends, what is happening on a Wednesday afternoon? Or perhaps you're watching tonight on Channel 4 San Diego, Channel 4 Santa Barbara, 118 Palos Verdes in Orange County, and you're watching on the Cox Your View network. So I say good afternoon because we're on the radio in the afternoon and we're on YouTube in the afternoon. Then we take the best of the best and we put it on television at night. Along with Grande and the Brown Man, it's Kaplan and Crew from the 7 Mile Casino Studios. Fellas, real quick story. Last night, my girlfriend and I told you my parents are still in town visiting. We decided to go because we played pickleball together yesterday. Has anybody here played pickleball yet?
God, no, dude. No.
I am not offended like Browner, but no, I don't.
Yeah,
I have not played
what's the problem, Browner?
It's for old people, dude. Pickleball's for old folks.
It's golf.
I don't play that either.
I will say this. I think you're right in most regards. Like my dad plays pickleball every day down in Boca del Vista Phase 4. Plays it
Thug
every
life,
day.
homie.
Every
Thug
day.
life.
What's
Yeah.
the sport of choice in phase 3 and 2 and 1?
I don't know. That's a good
Ooh,
question.
Good question.
Don't know.
Shuffleboard.
I
Two
guess
really
so.
sounds like a shuffleboard place.
Yeah, I think phase 1 is like super old. That's like bingo. There's no physical movement happening in phase 1. Phase 4, you're just coming into it.
Yeah.
You know, like you're not really supposed to
You
be
still
here
got your
yet.
legs and your hips.
Here.
Yeah.
So you're like, there's like a little, you can move around still.
Yeah.
So go play pickleball.
Yeah. So I know what you're saying, Browner, although I got to say there's a place up in Encinitas called the Bobby Riggs Tennis Center, and it has become like an epicenter for
Old
pickleball.
people?
And it's not just old people. There's a lot of people, and I'll say, when I say young, I think of myself as being very young and spry. So I see there's a lot of people.
Doug Allen from Entourage is into pickleball.
My boy Doug
according
Allen
to his Instagram.
plays pickleball all the time. So shout out to my boy Doug. And so look, I would call it this. It's more of a middle-aged thing. It's more for people who liked tennis probably, but don't want to run around quite as much. That's why it's 2-on-2. And it's like taking like a racquetball racket almost, only wooden or rubber, and then a wiffle ball. So we're playing. So last night, my father loves pickleball. He plays every day. By the way, at 73 years old, I got to give him a little bit of credit. Dude can move around pretty good. Seriously, like he's still got his good athleticism. So we went to play pickleball. Me, my father, my girlfriend Rachel, her friend. We got done. We all decided we're going to go out to dinner. So we went to this new place in Carmel Valley, and the concept is it's a big open space, breweries and every kind of place, Mediterranean, Japanese, ramen, pizza, et cetera. And it's all these different places. And the theory is you're supposed to use your phone.
Is it the Sky Deck?
Yeah, it's called the Sky Deck. Have you ever been there?
Yeah. No, I was thinking about taking my mom when I went up to the racetrack after, but I didn't end up going.
Yeah, I'll never go back. I will never go back.
Wow.
No
Is that
way.
bad, huh?
Yeah, we never go back because there's too many rules. I don't like rules. Too many rules. I walked in. I'm like, so explain the concept. They're like, okay, you can go anywhere in here, use the QR code, sit anywhere you like, and you can get from any restaurant. They'll bring it to you, right? Well, turns out that's not exactly what happens. Okay. And then yesterday, I when I finally decided on where we were going, I ordered a glass of wine and a couple beers and stuff. And they're like, okay, but you can only be on the wood part of the floor. They're like, I'm like, so wait, we can't sit here at the table. They're like, oh, no, you'll have alcohol. You can't. I'm like, it's 3 feet away. They're like, no, you can't do it. Like there were so many different rules. In fact, there were more rules at this place, the Sky Deck, than there are in the freaking game of pickleball, which is also complicated and hard to understand. So anyway, I run into this couple last night at this place. I haven't seen these folks in a long time. And they said to me, they're like, hey, we were watching the TV show on Channel 4. I'm like, it just blows my mind, guys. People knew 1090 for years, right? Everybody knew double X 1090. Then they knew, the mighty 1090. Now they know the mightier 1090. Everybody knew 1090. But Channel 4 San Diego, when it was the Padres TV channel, everybody knew it. When the Padres left, I didn't even know it was on other than like Sam the Cooking Guy repeats. And the fact that people find the show every day on television and tell me this blows my mind. So again, if you're listening on 1090, great. If you're with us on YouTube every day and you're part of the YouTube chat, we'd love to have you. And if you catch us on television at night on Channel 4, freaking awesome, man. Do you guys find that? Like, I wonder, are you guys having the same experience?
I don't think I'm out and about as much as you, man. You're out every single day.
Right.
I have to leave this place to be recognized anywhere. That doesn't happen often.
Yeah,
I didn't get
well,
recognized in Cabo. Nobody down there watching it.
well, I can tell you this right now. At 7:00 at night, I've been locked up in my house all day. I got to get out of here. So yeah, that's kind of what happens. But again, I'm blown away by how many people tell me they catch the show on television. So glad everybody's watching. And if you're not watching, at least DVR it, because I think we get credit for it, even if it's DVR'd, and you're not really watching it.
Yeah, I gotta start deleting some of those.
Yeah, I know. Me too. My
Filling up
DVR
by
is getting really
DVR.
full, really full. All right, give me 1 second, and then let's jump into the NBA Finals. Let me just send a shout out to my people at the Total T Clinic, TotalTClinic.com. Fellas, listen, you get a little older. That's when you want to start playing pickleball, Browner. When you get a little older, you know what I'm saying? That's it.
I feel you.
You do feel me, right?
When you get older.
When you get a little older, your testosterone levels drop. That's when you go from playing tennis to playing pickleball. Okay. But if you want to play tennis again, singles, and you want to feel good and strong and fast and active, listen, Total T Clinic. It'll take you 15 minutes. You get your testosterone levels checked, quick and easy. If your testosterone is low, they'll get you on a treatment of testosterone, and it will change your life. And Total T Clinic is so confident that right now the first month's treatment is only $99. They've never done this before. I've never talked about costs ever, because more often than not, your health insurance will cover this, but only $99. And you are going to feel like a whole new man, strong, virile, body's fighting off infection, meaning, you're just staying fit and healthy. Total T Clinic, TotalTClinic.com. Make your appointment. By the way, just on a complete other kind of brain direction here, I'm getting a little nervous, guys, about COVID cases again. LA said anywhere you go indoors, now you got to wear a mask. I don't know how long it'll be before San Diego's in the same boat, but I'm seeing the cases rise in San Diego from, call it 100 one day to 500 the next day. Can I just say to everybody, I hear it all the time. It's my choice. It's my body, whether or not I'm going to get vaccinated. Okay, fine. It is your choice. It is your body. But be prepared for the possible consequences that if you did get vaccinated, did not, have not, will not, etc. If you didn't get vaccinated, be prepared for the potential consequences, which is you might get this new, what seems even more dangerous variant of COVID, and you're going to have to deal with it, because even people who are vaccinated are getting it. But the difference is they're not being hospitalized per se. They're not in ICU on freaking ventilators. So I would just say, listen, look, I know it's like a 50-50 thing in this world. Half the people go, yeah, get vaccinated. The other people go, don't tell me what to do with my body. You do whatever you want to do, but be prepared to deal with the potential consequences. And I'm starting to think about carrying a mask everywhere I go again, and maybe even toning down a little bit where I go and the crowds that I'm around. What do you guys think?
I'm not necessarily against what you're saying. I'm just hoping that people remain vigilant and remain cautious and understand that it's not over. The one thing I'm not going to do, and I'll be whoever or whatever because of this, I'm not going to argue with people who don't want to get vaccinated. You stupid, and I hope you get it. That's it. That's it, man. You can call me what you want. I'll be whatever name y'all want me to be. If you don't want to get the shot, don't, bro, or ma'am, whomever you are. But you stupid, because you're putting your health at risk. For what reason? Now, if you got some legit medical reasons, that's perfectly fine. And you got to mask up, and you got to keep your 6 feet of distance, and you should probably stay in the house. But you other people who think that this is some grand, weird outside conspiracy to do whatever, and you don't get the shot, bye.
Yeah, I'm feeling like the Olympics is going to turn into one of those super spreader events that we were talking about like a year ago. And listen, let's get back. Alex, by the way, you have a thought on this? What do you think, man? You care?
No,
of course not. No, he don't care.
What do you want me to like?
He don't care. This kid don't care.
What do you want me to get mad about? Like, what do you want me to get upset about? You want me to? It's July. Like
he's also tired of fighting with stupid people.
I'm not. Well, I never did fight with people, and I don't call them stupid. I call them.
I do.
Whatever they call them, people.
Stupid.
Whatever. Do whatever you want. Well, you do whatever you want. But when the vaccine passport comes around and you can't get into Petco, don't come crying at me. Because it's coming. I tell you what, this country will not go on lockdown again This country will not let people not vaccinated go anywhere before that goes on lockdown again.
Yep.
You think the NFL is going to not have full stadiums? No, they're going to have fully vaccinated stadiums.
Yeah.
That is what I think is going to happen.
Well, listen, I was watching last night the NBA finals, and what fascinated me about the finals was not what was happening inside the arena, but actually what was happening outside the arena. Alex, can you look at these videos? Look at this right here. This is downtown Milwaukee, which I don't
60,000.
I don't know the city of Milwaukee at all. Either you guys ever been to Milwaukee? I got to say, in all my years of travel, I've never been to the city of Milwaukee. I don't know it at all. Okay. But I know this: when a city is starved for a championship, like we are here in San Diego, you saw what happened last year in what was considered the middle of COVID, right? When the Padres made it to the playoffs, downtown San Diego, there were thousands of people not masked up, just cheering. Or, hey, by the way, how about when the Lakers won the NBA championship last year? There was no parade, but there were plenty of people that were in downtown LA losing their minds because the Lakers won the championship. In Milwaukee, in a time where we thought COVID is quote unquote done or we're in the clear, look at that last night. 60 some odd thousand people. I don't know how they actually come up with these numbers.
How you count that?
Yeah. Oh, you just 1, 2, you just
I know
the video. Yeah.
Who was like, you know what? 65,000.
Yeah. Like 1, 2,
give or
3,
take
4, 5, 6, 65,000. Yeah.
Well, 100 here, 100 there.
Don't
forget the people over here.
But put the video up again, because it's not just the people on the streets; it's the people in the buildings that you can see. Look at this like open air. It looks like they call it the Mecca. There are wall to wall, shoulder to shoulder people. Now, one guy right there at the end, when you freeze framed it, at the end, there's like one dude wearing a mask. Yeah, there's like one guy who was like, "Hey, screw all you people." Okay. I actually last night, for the first time ever, first time in about 18 months, you know what I did yesterday? You know what I did? I said, screw it. You want to know what I did? I sneezed in public. I freaking sneezed, dude. I had a big old napkin over my face, and I went, achoo, and I freaking sneezed. And I was like, you know what? It feels pretty good to sneeze in public and not have the entire world look at me like, oh my God.
They did.
Oh, they looked at you.
They did. Oh yeah, they did.
I had a big old napkin in front of my face.
I had many issues with that last night. And none of it is to do with the amount of people there.
Yeah.
It's the lack of porta potties that I saw, the very tiny screens, that they're looking at, where if you're way in the back, if you're 64,999, you're barely watching the game. You're on your phone probably watching the game. Why would you go there? I never understood why people meet up to watch things outside like that when you can't see the screen.
I'm with you. And where I was last night at that place, that Sky Deck, they have this brewery upstairs, right? And they've got these 4 really big TVs, like the TVs that are behind me here in the studio. They've got 4 of them, right? But instead of playing the game individually on all 4 monitors, they had it on so now you have the cut down the middle and the cut down the middle, and you can't see any of the graphics. You couldn't see how much time was left. And I think that is the dumbest thing to do, to have 4 TVs all playing the same thing.
Make one.
It's terrible. And I thought last night, I thought I was going to have a video today for you guys that was going to blow your mind. There were these Bucks fans sitting at this table and these Suns fans sitting at this table. And the Suns fans were real loud and boisterous, and they were standing up and they were in the front. And the Bucks fans were like, sit down, shut up, and even the girls at the Bucks table were yelling obscenities at the guys at the Suns table. And I'm like, oh, here we go. I'm going to finally have my own fight video. I'm going to sit right here. I had like a whole plan. Like when these guys start to go at it, I'm going to stand right here on the bar and I'm going to shoot downward. I'm going to get great video of these guys beating the hell out of each other. And I don't know that it ever really materialized into a good fight. So
I got to tell you, Alex, I have been in not a 60,000 crowd situation like that, but I've been in multiple gatherings when the Bulls won the championship. I've been to Grant Park twice, I think 92 and 97. It's fantastic. Grant Park is where you go when there's.
But have you gone to watch the game?
Outside.
No, I'm not talking about, like, I've been to Laker parades myself. I've been around 500,000 people, but I'm talking about watching a game on one screen, like, that's not that big. In front of 65, like I went to Petco Park to do World Cup viewings at Park at the Park, which was fine because it's not 65,000. North Park, when France won the World Cup, they do it. They close the street off. I watched
Right.
it there. But those are like 3,000 people, 4,000 people. This is
No.
65,000.
Yeah. No, I've never. I think the most was
Yeah.
maybe 2,000 people when the Blackhawks won the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
I was there for that, but that was
I
nowhere near
definitely
5,000 people.
I definitely understand wanting to gather with other fans to watch a sporting event. That's not, I get that. I think it makes it way better.
Right.
I think the ambiance is better, but
That was crazy. And
I mean,
You got to be able to see it. You got to be able to see the game.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's just it. You know, like they can have monitors everywhere, but if I'm in like this massive crowd standing up watching the game, it just, for me, it doesn't really look all that fun. But let's go back to the actual game part of itself. Because here's my favorite part of the NBA Finals when it's all said and done. And there's a lot of interesting things, from Monty Williams, the coach of the Suns, walking into the locker room, congratulating Giannis. I mean, that was very classy and very cool. And I really like that. But what I think my favorite part of the entire thing was this. Giannis, when it was all said and done, and he had another massive performance, 50 points in this game. Guys, we kind of got to remember that only about 2 weeks ago, Giannis hyperextended his knee against Atlanta. I was sitting here watching that game. I saw him go down and I went, oh no. Because remember at the time, that was when everybody was talking about injuries and how injuries have impacted the NBA. And LeBron, of course, blamed the shortened off season because it was a nice, convenient excuse for him to explain why the Lakers were injured and didn't win back-to-back titles. But Giannis was injured 2 weeks ago. And when he came back to play, I actually thought he's coming back because he has to at least give it a try, not necessarily because he's healthy enough to really contribute. And either his knee issue wasn't as bad as it looked. Somehow he toughed it out. Maybe he's a quick healer. All I know is
you got the varsity blues treatment.
Dude, that guy, right. that guy just put on one of the most amazing performances in the NBA Finals statistically that the NBA has frankly ever seen. Alex, if you could take us through this, if you don't mind.
Well, the first one is the one I think you're talking about. In a closeout game, he's the first player to score 50 points since 1958. So that means no Jordan, no LeBron, no KD, nobody has done what Giannis did since 1958.
Okay.
And he's got a bunch of other things that he added to his resume. And he's not even 27 yet. He's 26.
Yeah. But then after the game, what I really, really liked was, and you guys tell me if I'm reading too much into this, to me, he blatantly took a shot at LeBron, KD, Steph Curry, Dwayne Wade. I mean, anybody who has essentially recruited a team to win a championship, what he said was, that's the easy way. Staying in a small market that hadn't won a championship in 50 years, that isn't...
And threatening management to bring him in or I leave, that's the way to do it.
I guess what I'm saying is that do you guys think that he was taking a shot at all these guys who've won titles when they've gone out and gotten their buddies and built super teams? No,
he definitely tried to elevate his title above everybody else's.
And look, man, I don't want to criticize him. This is his day. He earned it. He deserved it. That was one of the greatest performances in a closeout game I've ever seen. It doesn't get better than what you saw. Like whether you shoot threes or you shoot twos, he had 50. Okay, he had
33
50
in the second half,
and he was dominating. Like the rest of the team stunk. Like they were terrible for large portions of the game. He was amazing. He was fantastic, and I don't want to take any of that away from him. So,
but
he won. He won because everybody got hurt. Like, and that's the truth. Like if Kyrie Irving doesn't get hurt or James Harden doesn't get hurt, pick one. Pick one. The Bucks lose. But they did, and he won. So hats off to him. He deserves to sit at the top and say whatever he wants to say. But his championship is his championship, and LeBron's are his, KD's are his. Did Steph Curry build a super team? No. He was on the team. They drafted the guys that came along with him, and then KD joined that. So is he talking to Steph? Because conveniently leave Steph Curry out of these conversations.
Oh no, I'm including Steph in the conversation. Alex, can you play for everybody what Giannis said about this is the hard way and I did it this way and I didn't do it the easy way. I mean, and by the way, the assumption that it's just easy to win an NBA title, can you play that for us?
But that's my stubborn side. Like, it's easy to go somewhere and go and win a championship with somebody else. It's easy. I could go, I don't want to put anybody in the spot, but I could go to a super team and, just do my part and win a championship, still won. But this is the hard way to do it, and this is the way. And we did it.
He was great, man.
We'll have to beep that out for radio.
His press conferences were all great. His interviews were all great. His English was fantastic. No interpreter needed. A star right there, man. A star right there.
Oh, dude. I missed that whole Stephen A. Ohtani thing.
Oh, yeah.
But your boy, Emmanuel Acho, doubled down on Stephen A. I saw on one of those FS1 shows. He said Giannis cannot be the face.
Oh, God.
Because he is not relatable.
Oh, God.
No.
And that was like ridiculous.
I don't even know who that guy is.
Your boys are ridiculous.
I don't even know that Ocho guy
is. Who's boys?
I don't know who Emmanuel.
Your boys.
I don't know
boys?
Emmanuel
Yeah,
Ocho.
your boys.
All right, hold on. Stick around, everybody. We're in the 7 Mile Casino Studios. More to come. Let's get back into it. It's Kaplan and Crew.
We'll be right back with more of Scott Kaplan and Crew tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM. A new generation of radio. SoCal Sports Talk.
Kaplan and Crew tonight is brought to you by BMW San Diego, your certified BMW dealer, serving drivers throughout San Diego and the surrounding areas.
Southern California radio is a special game, a unique game from the sandy beaches of the Baja and all the way to Santa Barbara. My voice sounds pretty cool. The all-new and mightier 1090.
Live soccer is back. Watch Orange County Soccer Club, OC's highest level of professional soccer, live on your view. Watch Orange County SC take on Sacramento Republic FC Saturday, July 24th at 7. Watch world-class players and future stars. Transform your summer with the new family game night and outdoor fun all season long. Live soccer is back. Orange County versus the Sacramento Republic, Saturday, July 24th at 7 on your view.
Welcome to the Jacobs and Cushman San Diego Food Bank and their 90,000 square foot facility. We feed 350,000 people every single month. Many people ask, how can I help? You can volunteer for the San Diego Food Bank. Just go to sandiegofoodbank.org, register to volunteer. No group is too small, no group is too large, but those volunteers are integral to our success in feeding the community. Another way you can help is by hosting a food drive. Just go online and register your group, your company, or your organization. It's that easy. Another great way is through our virtual food drive, where you can literally buy food on our behalf. Lastly, another great way to make an impact is to go online and make a financial contribution to the San Diego or North County Food Bank. On behalf of the San Diego Food Bank, our staff, our volunteers, and the 350,000 people we serve every month, thank you for helping us fight hunger and feed hope in San Diego County.
Let's take it up a notch with Kaplan and Crew tonight's Premium Boost, powered by the mightier 1090.
When it comes to buying an electric car, there's a couple things to keep in mind. Electric cars, for the most part, they work like a normal gasoline-powered car, but they do feel slightly different. So going for a test drive in an electric car is super important before you make that final decision. But in addition to that, there's a few things to balance. You're going to have to balance price, range, and space. Most electric cars are smaller than, say, the average truck or SUV. So you have to consider those three things if you're serious about putting an electric car in your driveway. The first thing you have to do is be realistic about how you use your car. And I would advise this of people, even if they're buying a gasoline-powered car or a hybrid or whatever it is, figure out what your needs are, because there's no point in getting a car of any kind then getting it home and finding out, oh my gosh, my dog won't fit, or my child booster seat is too hard to put in. So if you're serious about a certain kind of a car, whether it's electric or gas-powered, bring your stuff to the dealership and say, I need to really get my life into this car. and let's just see if that will work or not. That's one way of doing it. But also be realistic about how much you drive every day. If you drive 100+ miles each way every day, you're going to need something that can accommodate that. But if not, something maybe smaller or lesser could work for you. We have our list of best electric cars for 2021, and we picked 10 cars that we think are the best of the best. And the criteria we set for that is that the car had to have a plug. So we did not include hybrids other than plug-in hybrids. So there's two different kinds of hybrids: gasoline electric hybrids or a plug-in hybrid, which uses electricity part of the time. Our rules were the car has to have a plug and it has to be available within the next 6 months. So we came up with a list that have some, I think, really great cars. And if the average person were to drive them, I think they would agree.
Kaplan and Crew tonight's premium boost is powered by the mightier 1090.
Our massive signal covers an area where over 24 million people reside. So if you're listening or advertising on another station, we have only one question. Why? The new generation of radio, the all-new and mightier 1090.
Sometimes they say it might work, it might not work. And so I ask myself the question, like, why even get the vaccine if it can also harm you? For me, it's like taking a 50-50 chance.
Hi, Andrea. Some say that the vaccine is harmful or that it might not work, but that's not true. Millions of people have been vaccinated with no ill effects, and I can tell you that getting the vaccine is far safer than not getting it.
Cancer Center is the only comprehensive cancer center in San Diego, which has NCI designation, which NCI stands for National Cancer Institute. And this is designated to only the highest possible ratings for cancer centers in the country. And that means that it's experts in every medical subspecialty pushing boundaries for difficult to treat cancers. We have a unique blend of cancer research and patient care, which really helps us take care of the whole patient from bench to bedside interventions with the latest research. And we're really pushing the boundaries to treat each individual cancer as much as possible. We're very proud of our leadership here in the community at UCSD.
Kaplan and Crew tonight presents Sports in a Minute.
San Diego State has 4 athletes that are competing in the Tokyo Games that start this week. Former track and field star Shanika Ricketts will be representing Jamaica in the triple jump. Ricketts was an Aztec from 2011 to 2014. She was a 3-time NCAA triple jump champion while at SDSU. Xander Schauffele will be playing for the United States in men's golf. Schauffele had 2 individual titles, 16 top 5 finishes, and 21 top 10 showings in his 3 years at SDSU. Stefania Aradias will be competing on Team Mexico in softball, along with incoming Aztec signee D. Hernandez. Hernandez signed her NLI to play for SDSU in December 2020. She helped lead Crescenta Valley High School to a 69-12 record over her 4 years. Last night, Mexico dropped their first game in the opening round against Canada 4-0. They will be taking on Japan this evening. I'm Haley Stasiak. That's your Sports in a Minute. Now back to more Kaplan and Crew tonight.
Classic Game Time. The best games from the past season on your view.
It's like the spirit of Greenwood is all over the place in Tulsa, North Tulsa specifically. It's like it's not just one location anymore.
This is the beginning. This is a launching pad. This is not something that we just did to come together just for this moment.
The Spirit of Greenwood is brought to you by Multicultural Health Foundation. The vaccine can protect us. Will you? Verify and trust.
We'll be right back with more of Scott Kaplan and Crew tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM. A new generation of radio. SoCal Sports Talk.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 and Your View, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
Hey, great friends, what's happening? It's Kaplan and Crew from the 7 Mile Casino Studios, along with Grande and the Brown Man. If you're just getting with us on radio, on YouTube, or you're watching us tonight on television on Channel 4 San Diego as part of the Your View network on Cox, we were in the middle of a discussion about last night, the Bucks winning the NBA championship. And Alex, are you serious, though, that you really were watching Space Jam, not the NBA Finals? Or is that a goof? Or are you for reals?
No, dead serious. Watched Space Jam instead of the NBA Finals. No regrets over here. No regrets.
Well,
I mean,
look at Browner roll his head. Look at him.
I've come to a very, it's not a difficult realization. I've come to a realization. I am a Lakers fan, and I am
not a basketball fan.
I am a hashtag this league drama fan. But it's not surprising. Like when it was Raptors Warriors, I was driving on the 405 when the Raptors won, when they clinched. Like I didn't care. Like I've missed when it was Cavs Spurs. I was into it because Kawhi, but because I didn't hate him yet. So it's nothing new on the show. Maybe it's new, but it's nothing new.
No, I'm the same way.
I mean, Scott hasn't watched NBA Finals until last year. So.
Yeah, no, it's totally true. I stopped watching the NBA years ago. And it has, like, I ran into a guy the other day, just yesterday, as a matter of fact. I ran into a guy yesterday in a gym. I hadn't been in this gym in a really long time. And I hadn't seen this guy in many years, you know. And he goes, "Hey, how you doing, man? Good to see you." I go, "Hey, how are you? How's it going?" He goes, "Good." He goes, "Hey, are you still a sports reporter?" I'm like, "Nah, not exactly a sports reporter, but I'm still in like the talk radio, talk TV, YouTube kind of game." And he goes,
Dude,
yeah,
will ESPN use you for the sports reporters?
I don't know.
That would be cool.
Are the sports reporters still on? Are they still on?
So the sports reporters is basically sports writers that ESPN used to do a half-hour show about the sports that happened during the week. It was a great show.
Like
I loved it.
Dude, it was old school. Every Sunday morning, I used to watch the sports reporters every Sunday morning religiously. It was like, I'm trying to think of it. It was like John Saunders.
Yeah.
Even before that, it was Dick Schaap. I mean, these are old school guys. I think both of those gentlemen are dead now. What was the guy's name? Mike, something from the New York Daily News. Mike, oh God, I can't think of the guy's last name.
Me neither.
Bill Roden. Remember Bill Roden, the sports report? Does that name sound familiar to anybody? Mitch Albom.
Yes, Mitch Albom.
Mitch Albom. Anyway, so this was a show called The Sports Reporters, and it was a great show on ESPN. And every Sunday, I would watch this show, and then my best friend, he would also be watching the show. And every Sunday when the show was over, we'd get on the phone to discuss the sports reporters. But this gentleman said to me yesterday in this gym, he said, "Are you still a sports reporter?" I'm like, not exactly, you know, still in talk radio, talk TV, blah, blah, blah. And this is what the guy said to me. "I stopped watching certain sports." I said, "Oh, really? Like what?" And the NBA Finals was on in the locker room in the background. It was the second quarter. And he goes, "I stopped watching basketball." And I said, "Oh, really? How come? You don't like the game? You don't like the personalities? What's the deal?" And typical, right? He says to me, "I don't want politics in my sports." And I'm like, "Yeah, but like, go watch the game. Like, there's no more politics, you know, there's nobody, everybody's names on the back of their jerseys. There's no political messaging on the floor." But, you know, some guys just got turned off by this stuff. Me personally, it doesn't matter to me. My thing is I had not really been an NBA fan for all these years. And a couple things happened. I started being interested a little bit more because of Kawhi and the San Diego State connection. I became a little bit more interested because of LeBron and the Lakers before I even started working with ESPN in LA. And then, of course, I jumped in because, you know, that's all these guys in LA talk about is NBA, you know. But I'm with you, Alex. I'm not an NBA fan. I'm a Laker follower. And outside of that, I'm a casual observer. That's it. That's it.
I was
Which
probably bitter too for the
But
way
you guys
they
both claim to be
the way
big
they
San Diego
exited.
State guys. Does that not count?
Wait, say it again.
You guys both claim to be big time Aztecs guys. Aztecs men's basketball. Does that not count? That's
It does not count. It's
basketball.
not NBA.
But
Not
it's
NBA.
basketball.
No, but it's
We're
not
talking about
NBA.
NBA.
All right.
I watched
Hey,
the
listen.
Final Four.
Hey, listen. Let me tell you something.
Kinda.
Listen. No, but it's true. If you're a San Diego State basketball fan, that doesn't necessarily make you an NCAA basketball tournament fan. If your team gets knocked out, you might be done. When the Lakers got knocked out, many people, Alex admittedly, was done. Listen, I'll say this. You ready? Answer this. Are you a Major League Baseball fan or are you a Padres fan?
Well, for me, it's different because I also watch the Chicago teams. So I like, obviously, I'm a huge.
Would you watch the
Padres-
Rangers versus the Braves in the World Series?
No,
That's what we had last night.
I didn't
That's what
watch.
we're
I didn't watch the. I didn't watch the Dodgers and the Rays.
Okay, well
Wait, there
that's
you
the
go.
issue.
So why are you shaking your head at us?
Yeah, right. You're not a base. You're a fan of a couple of teams. You're not a fan of the league. Now,
By the way, this country as a whole is not an NBA fan.
Yes, I
This
agree.
country as a whole is NFL fan.
Bang.
When
Right
you
there.
get when you get 100 some million people watching the Super Bowl, and that is like not that big of a number, but you got 10 million people watching the NBA Finals, and everybody's like, "What a great NBA Finals!" 10 million people watched it. Compare that.
I mean,
No,
listen.
it
This
isn't-
country is an NFL country.
If you
You
told
can't-
me, you ready? If you told me, and I know
Why
what
can't
you're,
you?
I know what you're going to
Why
say.
can't you?
Here's what he's going to say. Here's what he's going to say. You can't compare a one-game championship to a series.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
but it doesn't change the fact that if you put together
That
all of
combine
the
them
games,
all, you
put
got
together
50 million.
right? But here's the thing: I'm an NFL fan. I'm a Laker follower and observer. I'm a Padres follower and fan, but I'm not a Major League Baseball fan. And here's the difference.
Don't forget about the Dodgers, LA Cap.
Oh, that's right. Forgot about that. I mean,
Don't
and
do that.
I know you love the Chargers, LA Brown. I know you love the Chargers. I'll always balance things out. But let me say this. If you told me that the Jacksonville Jaguars were playing the Seattle Seahawks on a Sunday afternoon and it was the only game on TV that I had access to, I'm an NFL fan, I'm a football fan, and I will watch that football game. If you told me the Texas Rangers were playing the Miami Marlins in a 3-game series and it was the only baseball game on TV, I'd be like, yeah, I got other things to do. If you
But
told me that
here's
Milwaukee
also
was
why you
playing
can
Phoenix in
compare
the NBA, I would not watch. I mean, but it was the
But
final.
here's why
so I
you
did.
can compare NBA and NFL.
Go ahead.
Because a Monday night football game gets 18 million viewers. It doesn't matter who's playing. Last night's clinching game for the Bucks got 9 million. So you can compare one game off that, and that's a regular season Monday night football. Bills, Patriots last year, week 16, 18 million people.
The way I can't believe how to explain this.
I can't believe you're about to try and defend something that's not defendable.
I'm not defending.
You
I
feel
didn't
so
even say
offended as
anything.
an
I
NBA
didn't
fan.
say anything.
Your
just
face
the
said
look,
everything.
The body
Your
language.
face
Just
Oh my
said
God.
everything. Look at this kid.
I
Just
didn't
look
say
at him.
anything. I
Yeah.
didn't even say anything.
We all know
yet.
what you're going to say.
Okay. The NBA
Yeah.
and the NFL are absorbed in different ways. Okay. The NFL is built to be highly watched by more people because it's once a week. It's very, very easy to follow, and you don't necessarily have to know all the rules to enjoy the game. So, and two, basketball is a global sport. Football is an American sport. That's it. It doesn't cross any borders. So when we talk about how many people watched something, yeah, the world watches the Super Bowl, no doubt, but the world's not watching Monday Night Football. Like there are people watching basketball in China at 3:00 in the morning. So they're two different viewer appetites for basketball than it is for football. But in this country, both of you guys are right. Football rates way higher, and it's way more important to the average American consumer.
That's all I was saying.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
just saying
in
that.
this country,
Yeah.
why do I not watch the NBA when the Lakers are out? Because I'm not an NBA all-around NBA fan.
Me too. Not.
Just like baseball.
Yeah, same. Same. I
I'm-
watch them.
Just like golf.
I'm
not a golf fan,
not
but I'll watch Tiger.
I'm not disagreeing.
Kinda.
I'm not disagreeing with anyone.
You know
here.
what sport I am?
Oh, F1?
F1.
Yeah. Soccer.
And no one even
I'll watch
watches
any race.
that. No one watches that.
Well,
No, one,
that's
no one
that's
watches that.
that might be up there with soccer, my friend, as far as the biggest sport globally.
Stop it.
No, he's right.
You should look it up. Actually,
He's right. He's right. No, in Browner's world, in Browner's globe.
In Browner's world. See,
Yeah.
like I gotta remember. I'm talking like real world, and you're talking your shed.
It's
or now your office.
It's
whatever outside.
It's soccer, and then it's basketball, and then it's probably like cricket.
No,
cricket's huge.
I don't think so.
What?
We'll look it up.
All right,
We'll look it
Google
up.
most watched sport globally. That's how fast I type, by the way.
Nice job. Let's see what Google comes up with here.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Let us know before you do.
I don't even know what's a proper. Yeah. Look for it.
Before you do, give me a second here. Hey, everybody. While Alex is Googling, give me a second to talk about Corky from Corky's Pest Control. To anybody who's watching on television right now, and Alex, this is a good time for you. I know you're multitasking to throw up Corky's logo here on the screen. For anybody who's watching on TV, for anybody who's listening on radio, anybody watching on YouTube, you've heard me talk about Corky from Corky's Pest Control for 20 years. You have seen every Corky's television commercial, every iteration of Corky's TV commercials from in Padre games, in Dodger games if you're up in LA. You've seen them. You know them, okay? So look, this is very, very simple. I don't know who your pest control company is, but if it's not Corky's, I would ask you this question. Why not? Why not call Corky's Pest Control, ask them what their prices are, compare them to what you're getting, and then consider, why am I not using Corky's? Because I see my neighbors have a Corky's truck in front of their house. I see the other people around the corner have a Corky's truck in front of their house. Why is it that they're using Corky's and I've got another pest control company? You know what happens? You hire a pest control company and then you never think about it again. It's on like auto pay. They show up every month or every 6 weeks, whatever it is that they do, and you never even think about it. Well, you know what? Maybe it's time to upgrade. Really. Because I can tell you my Corky's guy comes every 6 weeks. I see him working outside and nothing gets inside because he deals with everything on the outside. So look, if you're in San Diego, home base, if you're in LA, if you're in Riverside County, don't be lazy about this. Call Corky and compare. And if you've got a termite issue or you think you have a termite issue, Corky can quote you a price right over the phone, and that's the price. Not going to go up. He's not going to come to your house and go, oh, this is a bigger job than I thought. No, when he quotes the price, that's the price. And he's got that 4-year guarantee. Like Sun's in 4, Corky's in 4. Right there. Corky's Pest Control. Call 1-800-901-1102.
Corky's.
All right, Alex, what'd you find? Anything?
All right, I have not read this because I don't even know where to go for this, but 10 most popular sports in the world. I haven't read this, so Browner could be right. Number 10, golf. Number 9, rugby. Number 8, baseball. Number 7, basketball. Number 6, table tennis. Okay, this might be a weird list. Number 5, volleyball. 4, tennis. 3, field hockey.
Come on,
2,
bro.
cricket. And 1, soccer.
Cricket, bro. I told y'all cricket is smashing around the world.
Yeah.
But there's like different lists, so I don't really know how they're ranking this.
Right.
Soccer's definitely number 1.
Yes, that's without question.
Hey, what happened to the U.S. women's soccer team yesterday, by the way? Did I read that they had 44 consecutive wins and they got destroyed 3-0? Was it by Sweden or Switzerland? Somebody with an SW.
Sweden.
Yeah.
Megan Rapinoe, time for you to pipe down, start playing more soccer, girl. You talking too much.
Did you just tell her to shut up and dribble?
Shut up and kick.
Man. Really?
Shut up
Wow.
and kick.
Really? Wow.
Wow, dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
You tell you're a white woman in America. You say that to LeBron.
You're such a hypocrite.
Man,
Oh my God.
Oh my
God, dude.
Black man
You really
in
just said
America
that?
is shut up and kick, man. And it's fine. No problem.
I'm just having
Wow.
some fun. I'm just having some fun. Stop it. Megan Rapinoe's great. Come on. We're just having a little fun.
No, they best wake up though. That 3-0 is no joke, dude.
That's not good.
But it's a group stage. They could win the next 2 and be fine. But
have the Olympics already started? Like, in other words, team
sports always start early because they got to play more or they take longer.
Yeah.
So I think Team USA softball won yesterday,
Mhm.
but Team USA soccer lost. And then when's basketball start?
Friday.
Because I feel bad for Devin Booker.
What channel
I
is it
feel
on,
so
by the way?
terrible for Devin Booker. Did you guys hear about Devin Booker?
No, tell
He's
us.
got to fly back with Chris Middleton.
He's got to get on a private jet with Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday to Tokyo. I think today.
Yeah.
They ain't bringing a trophy. Giannis got the trophy.
You know what, though? I really do
Giannis took
question.
it to Chick-fil-A. Did you guys see that?
No.
Yeah. Yep.
No.
Giannis went on Instagram Live.
Yeah.
With the Larry O'Brien trophy and went to Chick-fil-A.
No way.
And yeah,
slept with the trophy.
Are you gonna say your order?
Can I have a 50 piece? Sorry, I will put you. Can I put your camera? Do you mind or no?
Sure.
There's 150,000 people watching you right now.
Really?
Yes. So can I have please a 50 piece Mac Minis, 50 exactly, not 51, not 49 chicken minis, yes, 50, and let me have a large drink, no ice, half Sprite, half lemonade.
Mr. Giannis, Chick-fil-A on line one for this endorsement.
Yeah.
Oh my
Come
God.
on, this guy's great.
And before that, he literally let like kids kiss the to Chick-fil-A.
He let kids kiss the. Wait. He's
the
trophy.
Chick-fil-A. What?
Wait. Hold on. You broke up for 1 second. Go ahead.
You broke up at the wrong time.
Yeah, he let kids
He let
kiss
kids
what?
kiss the trophy while in line at Chick-fil-A.
That was a terrible time to break up.
Did that happen earlier today?
Today.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
That's great, man.
You know,
He was also on Instagram with his brother last night too.
Oh, yeah?
Say he's coming to the hotel room. He doesn't care.
Yeah.
By the way, Giannis is going to be in big trouble today, man. I'm telling you right now. The haters will be out. He went to Chick-fil-A. How dare he? Do you know that Chick-fil-A's ownership has supported
doesn't even know.
anti-LBGTQ things, and they're not supportive of the community? How dare he eat Chick-fil-A? Oh man, there'll be haters out there for sure.
Oh, for sure. I mean, there's gonna be haters that he ordered half Sprite, half lemonade, and be like, "That's disgusting." Even though it's delicious, like, if you've never had it, I recommend it
Really?
with ice. Though I'm an ice
Is
man.
there a
especially
name for that?
Chick-fil-A.
Like an Arnold Palmer is iced tea and lemonade. Is there a name for a Sprite and a lemonade?
That's a great question. I don't know.
Google.
I don't know.
Yeah,
it's very good though.
I bet. You know, that makes me think that I'd like a Chick-fil-A.
That makes you think it?
Yeah, like after seeing him in line at Chick-fil-A, he ordered 50 Chick-fil-A nuggets, right?
So let me ask you, can I? So he's now a pitch man, huh? So because he spoke perfectly in that little Instagram video.
And he was also very polite.
Eating Chick-fil-A. Now Scott wants Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, me too.
Wow. I wonder if Ohtani did. Oh wait, he doesn't speak it. Sorry. Keep going.
No, Ohtani does speak.
Ohtani does speak English.
Haven't heard him.
Well, go listen.
Doesn't mean he doesn't.
Go look for it.
It'd be nice if he
Go look
did
for
that.
it. Really?
I never heard you fart. Does that mean you don't fart?
Oh yes, you have. You just know you did.
What?
Oh yeah, I farted on this show plenty of times.
Yeah, me too. Usually nobody hears it.
Right, right,
You know?
right. So you have heard me fart, sir.
And if somebody does hear it, I always blame the chair. You know, so I was with my mom. I was with my mom and dad yesterday, and my dad farted like this monster loud fart, you know, and my mom was like, that's my son," and I was like, "No, actually, that wasn't me. Like, you didn't hear the fluffiness to that. Those are old ass cheeks right there. You know what I mean?" So anyway, all right, I know it is gross.
It's your guys' when a team wins a championship,
Mhm.
my favorite part is watching the dudes that don't play celebrate.
Oh yeah,
like they.
Dude, that's why I was
Who's this
sad.
guy?
Giannis' brother that couldn't be there because he would have went off.
Yeah.
I
Who's
love
that
it, bro.
video?
Two things.
I've come to the hotel. I'm coming. I don't care. I'm coming.
No, you're not. You're not. No, you're not. No, you are not. I'm not opening the door. I'm not. Hey, two things.
I'm ready.
Oh my God.
Like it is in the night. The champion. Nobody can take this away. I'm a champion.
I have a question. I have a question. Why does he not want him in his hotel?
Because he's got
COVID.
protocol.
Oh, the brother's in COVID protocol.
The brother's on the Bucks.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't know he was in COVID protocol. I didn't know idea.
Since Saturday.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
He's got 2 days left. He said.
He should just bust a Justin Turner and throw on a mask and go celebrate.
Yeah.
Didn't hurt Justin Turner apparently.
Yeah.
Wow.
But this is who's the guy that is Portis?
Bobby Portis with those crazy eyes.
Yeah. That was my
No
favorite
one up
part.
here has been drinking. First and foremost, how much champagne have each of you consumed? I feel like it's important before we get into this interview.
That's a meme now.
That was my favorite.
That's gonna be a hilarious meme.
I saw that also. I love that. I thought that was great.
I love that stuff. I love like when Adam Morrison would win with the Lakers, he just gets so drunk right away, or like just so party right away. It was so awesome.
It was like
or Mark Madsen.
Mark Madsen, you know, the Mad Dog, when he took to the microphone and spoke in Espanol, you know, and got the crowd all hyped. And it was like, why is he speaking? He didn't do anything, you know?
Derek Fisher.
It's great to see, like, you know.
You didn't do nothing.
Derek Fisher played.
At least he was a starter.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, well, there's a difference between being a starter and the 12th guy on the bench. Come on, dog.
Slava Medvedenko.
Yes, there you go. There you go.
I don't know where you pulled that one from, brother.
I'm pretty sure Chris Mims got a ring.
Oh, that was probably on the internet.
Yeah.
That's probably for sale.
That's pretty funny right there. Well,
I didn't watch any of it, but I watched it all on Twitter and it was great.
Yeah.
It was great to see. Shout out to Giannis for winning with it. Yeah, he disrespected his teammates by not calling him super, but whatever. That's a whole different discussion.
Oh, please, come on, man. You know, it's funny though. We had this.
I gotta hate a little.
Come on, Max Kellerman.
I gotta hate a little,
Max.
But we did have this conversation yesterday about super teams. Like Kevin Durant has not won a championship until he joined a team that was already a champion. And that's why I think Giannis says it would be easy for me to go someplace else and just be part of something that was already ready to roll. And you guys brought up yesterday that LeBron in Cleveland had Kyrie, who was a number 1 overall pick, and then they went out and got Kevin Love, who was a star at the time. And so therefore that qualifies as a super team. And so what I happen to love in the final analysis is Giannis takes his shot at everybody. And, you know, most people would never dare disrespect LeBron, but Giannis is like, I am a champion. I'm 26 years old. I'll say what I want. This is mine. They can't take it. Stick around. We got lots more to get to.
We'll be right back with more of Scott Kaplan and Crew tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM. A new generation of radio. SoCal Sports Talk.
Kaplan and Crew tonight is brought to you by BMW San Diego, your certified BMW dealer, serving drivers throughout San Diego and the surrounding areas.
Catch Kaplan and Crew Monday through Friday at 3 p.m. If you've listened to Scott Kaplan the last 20 years, you know one thing. He likes to stir up some A new generation of radio. The all-new and mightier 1090.
With live theater on hold and performers and crew out of work, the folks at Subaru of El Cajon had a great idea.
Why not help all the artists and artisans in San Diego put a musical on?
And so Sharing the Love was born. This musical collaboration between Subaru of El Cajon and the performing arts community celebrates positivity in the face of strife.
Love is for sharing, hate is despairing. There is no comparing the two.
Watch Sharing the Love, Saturday and Sunday, only on Your View.
Welcome to the Jacobs & Cushman San Diego Food Bank and our 90,000 square foot facility. We feed 350,000 people every single month. Many people ask, how can I help? You can volunteer for the San Diego Food Bank. Just go to sandiegofoodbank.org, register to volunteer. No group is too small, no group is too large, but those volunteers are integral to our success in feeding the community. Another way you can help is by hosting a food drive. Just go online and register your group, your company, or organization. It's that easy. Another great way is through our virtual food drive, where you can literally buy food on our behalf. Lastly, another great way to make an impact is to go online and make a financial contribution to the San Diego or North County Food Bank. On behalf of the San Diego Food Bank, our staff, our volunteers, and the 350,000 people we serve every month, thank you for helping us fight hunger and feed hope in San Diego County.
Here's Kaplan and Crew tonight's 60-second timeout with Haley Stasiak.
We're another day closer to the opening ceremonies of the Tokyo Games, and today we're going to be taking a look at some of the athletes and coaches that will be representing UC Irvine. David Smith and Kevin Tilley will be competing in men's indoor volleyball. Smith for the United States, Tilley for France. Lav Milos will be representing Croatia, and Jason Evesard will be representing South Africa in men's water polo. UCI women's water polo head coach Dan Klatt is making his third appearance as an assistant coach for the U.S. women's water polo team. The U.S. women are two-time defending gold medalists. Dave Durden is the head coach of the U.S. men's swimming team. He swam for the Eaters from 1995 to 1997. That's your 60-second timeout. Now back to more Kaplan and Crew Tonight.
Kaplan and Crew Tonight's 60-second timeout is presented by Your View.
Rich Eisen here, inviting you to catch my show, The Rich Eisen Show, on our flagship radio station, the Mightier 1090. We're on every Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to noon Pacific time. You'll like what you hear. If not, that's just, I guess, too bad.
A new generation of radio, the all-new and Mightier 1090.
Explore the Southwest lifestyle, the culture, the music, the food, y más. Join hosts J.R. Cardenas and Vanessa Ramirez on Su Vida. Enjoy the food, discover new artists, and fun things to do.
Watch Su Vida, Sunday night at 7 on Your View. Brought to you by Harrah's Resorts, Southern California. It's more than a place, it's a state of mind.
Love promise moments are part of the mission of what we do here at Subaru El Cajon. A love promise moment is when we as human beings deliver an experience beyond exceptional to any one of our guests, and then that guest's life is positively affected by that interaction. It's amazing to watch what happens when two human beings talk on that level and create something magical. And sometimes they drive away with a car, sometimes they don't, but we've had an impact on that person's life, and that's the magic. You know, our employees react to things like Make-A-Wish, Feeding San Diego, and the other groups we help by jumping in.
This year, through COVID, we were able to help a little girl out and got her a rather large scooter that she needed for mobility.
We gave up our Christmas party as employees, and we actually adopted a wish of a young girl here in El Cajon, and we gave her a 3-wheel scooter so she didn't have to use her wheelchair all the time. It gives me goosebumps even thinking about it.
Time now for Kaplan and Crew Tonight's Community Connect.
Shelter to Soldiers selects dogs from shelters and rescue groups all throughout California. Our ideal candidate at Shelter to Soldier is 8 months to a year and a half old. They're confident in different environments. They have strong social drive. Another motivator like food or toy drive. And ultimately, these are dogs that want to have a job and that have a greater purpose to become a service dog. Currently, about 85% of our dogs pass their service dog training. But if they don't pass, they become a career change. We don't like to use the word failure around here. So career change to an emotional support animal, or if that doesn't work out, then they career change to a pet dog. Still finding a loving placement and purpose in life.
Casa de Amparo has been around since 1978, and now we're in the Twin Oaks Valley in San Marcos with a beautiful campus. We work with children and families who've experienced chronic trauma over their lifetime, and we're here to help heal that.
I always told myself, you know, seeing that my mother passed away through domestic violence, that I would never put myself in that position. And if it ever happened, like, I would leave, but it's easier said than done.
These are foster youth who are not able to manage in a foster home environment. My husband and I have been a part of the San Marcos community in our businesses since 1993.
One of the beautiful things about Kayleen, she started here at Casa de Amparo years ago when we were at the shelter with a church group.
How can we best give back is to volunteer our time.
Because without donors like Bassett, we would not be able to provide the services we provide.
Kaplan and Crew Tonight is brought to you by BMW San Diego, your certified BMW dealer, serving drivers throughout San Diego and the surrounding areas.
Shelter to Soldiers selects dogs from shelters and rescue groups all throughout California. Our ideal candidate at Shelter to Soldier is 8 months to a year and a half old. They're confident in different environments. They have strong social drive, another motivator like food or toy drive. And ultimately, these are dogs that want to have a job and that have a greater purpose to become a service dog. currently about 85% of our dogs pass their service dog training. But if they don't pass, they become a career change. We don't like to use the word failure around here. So career change to an emotional support animal, or if that doesn't work out, then they career change to a pet dog, still finding a loving placement and purpose in life.
Thank you for joining us. Catch Scott Kaplan and crew tonight from 7 to 8 p.m. Pacific every Monday through Friday. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and crew show on the mightier 1090 AM. A new generation of radio. SoCal Sports Talk.